everyone, I just wanted to do a quick little video about the different types of crystal grids you can do. Now, as you can see, these aren't the traditional grids that you'll see in pictures across Instagram and Facebook and whatnot, but these are just some of the examples I'd like to show you. I've had these in my home here for a while. This one is for healing, this one is for love, and this one, as you can probably tell, is for prosperity. I've had these in my house for a little while, and I noticed that they just started getting a little bit dusty, and you know how important it is to keep your crystals free of dust and high on the energetic scale. And so I'm just going to rework them today, show you some examples of different crystal grids you can do. All right, let me move these out of the way. I have 3 different kinds of grids I'm going to show you today, or rather 2 here. I'm going to show you crystal grid on happiness first. Now, some of the ways I usually do my crystal grids, that is that I evenly distribute the crystals that I use amongst the 4 elements. So here we have, let me move the camera so you guys can see a little bit better. I've got Congo citrine here representing fire. This is ocean jasper for water, fluorite for air, and blue goldstone. Probably can't see the glitter in there very well, but this is for earth. I'm going to do this grid for happiness. If you're attuned to these crystals, you probably could tell that's what I'm going for. I'm just going to do a very simple one using some different shaped clear quartz points to help bring this crystal grid together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do very simply, just like that, 4 areas. And now I'm going to bridge them together in a mandala effect using some crystal points here. So I'm pointing these outwards, and I try to keep it looking pretty even. You can tell right there, pretty even. And then I'm going to do some smaller ones. Got a couple smaller ones I'm going to do in the opposite direction. Like that, and you can fiddle with it and make it larger or smaller, just using your intuitive guide. And I've got a large point here that it doesn't have a flat base, so I'm not going to put it straight in the middle, but just bridging that little gap right there. There we have it. Just a little crystal grid for happiness. So you can see I kind of use it to keep them even or semi-even. You know, the shapes of the crystals are sometimes larger or smaller, but that's one of the crystal grids I wanted to show you was for happiness. Now let me take this apart, and I'm going to show you the next one. I'm going to do a grid for healing. This one's going to be a little bit bigger. And I'm going to be using amethyst, some tumbled amethyst, some blue kyanite, and for fire element, I'm using bloodstone, peacock ore, and titanium quartz. So the third one I'm going to use is rose quartz. All right. So, as you can tell here, we have the 3 elements represented: air, earth, fire, and water. This one's going to be a little bit more elaborate, but just you use your intuition, you use whatever way you want to arrange them. I've picked 3 because, as we know, 3 is a very sacred number in sacred geometry. And I don't know if you can tell from if you're watching the video, but I'm kind of pointing them inwards. See that? This is important for if you're wanting to draw the energy to you. I'm drawing healing to myself. If you were to be drawing energy, or pushing energy away, if you were sending a healing grid to someone else, you would point them away. See, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in the center, where is it here? in the center, I'm going to put a clear quartz pyramid as a little generator. That's just an intuitive choice that I've made, but you can also use regular generators. Got this one here, you could put in the middle, you know, or you can decide maybe you want to use like a hematite or magnetite, drawing energy, you know, to you, or, you know, just use your intuition to choose what you'd like to do. I'm going to go ahead and use my quartz pyramid here. See? And I have it shaped in kind of a little mandala effect, just like that. I'm going to take this apart and show you just one last way you can do your crystal grids. As you have seen, the crystal grids that I've shown you have been sort of in a mandala, you know, in a flower shape, but you can do them in other shapes. Look, so I'm going to show you. This one, I'm going to do a spiral. And you can do every other element. You can go water, earth, air, fire, water, earth, air, fire, all the way around. But I'm just going to very simply arrange them. And then to complete it, I'm going to use a few of my crystal points just to magnify the energy. And see, I'm drawing the energy to myself once more, so I'm bringing the spiral inward. See, if I wanted to send the spiral outward, I could do it the opposite direction with the generator and point everything the other way, see, this way. But I use the points inward because I'm drawing it to myself. You can, I'm sure you've seen online some people make very elaborate, very gorgeous mandalas and altars and things of this nature, but just keep in mind, many of these people have shops and have these large specimens and huge amounts of crystals to make such elaborate altars and crystal grids. But for those of us who are not selling them in the shop, like when I just did that crystal grid you saw, I had 3 amethyst, 3 rose quartz, and 3 blue kyanite, but I did not have 3 of the same firestone. See? I used 3 different, oops, sorry about that, I'm so sorry. I used 3 different firestones, but intuitively, I just, you know, chose that for my own crystal grid. Now, one more way you can do, just very simply, as I've done with something like this, it's not a grid, but it's a collection of crystals. And I have some clear quartz points there in the bottom to magnify the energy. And it's not exactly in a specific shape, as you can see, but it's decorative, and I keep it in an area of my home so that it has a chance to push the energy around my house. And something like this that I did with the prosperity grid, I placed some coins in the bottom, some, you know, money on top, and I arranged some gems around the outside that pertain to prosperity. It's not a grid, once more, but it is functional in my household. So those are just a few of the ways that I wanted to show you about prosperity grids today, and I hope you learned something and will be able to bring this into your own practice. Blessed be.